Hello everyone. So today we are going to look at Unit 2 and the importance of sleep. All of us have some information about the importance of sleep, but maybe we haven't heard it in a lecture. And here in this folder, you will find handout and you will download that. And I also shared the answers with you. After this video, you can also download and check. Or while watching it, you can also add some comments on the document. So when we look at that, you will see the importance of sleep. It's an interview instead of lecture, actually, yeah. An interview about sleep. And this is the outline. Please try to complete the outline. So hours needed for adults, for teenagers, how many hours do they need to sleep? Risks of sleep deprivation, what are they? And role of sleep in memory and learning. So sleep, blah, blah, things we've learned and transferred information to blah, blah memory. What kind of memory and sleep, blah, blah things, so we need a verb here. And things that disrupt our sleep. If you have checked the quiz, you already had the task to match the vocabulary, some words. Disrupt was one of them. So things that disrupt our sleep. So the reasons you cannot sleep. Causes, caffeine, and what else? You will put them, and the main cause, what is that? You will write it. And here, with this same interview, we have some questions. Who tends to get sleepy later at night? And what's the result? What happens to that person if they get sleepy later at night? Explain these statistics. So 4 hours sleep means what? And 1 in 5 adults, what happens to them? We need to write. So we will listen to some statistical information. And 100,000, more than 100,000 accidents occur because of what? And the speaker compares the brain and the sleep process to an email inbox. Why are they similar? Okay, in what way she gives this example? You need to provide some details. And where shouldn't you watch TV or movies in the evenings? And why you shouldn't watch TV or movies there. Okay? So, please listen to the audio and try to answer the questions, and please watch the next video. In the folder, maybe you have seen there is now tape script. So I will try to show the answers by listening and stopping the audio.
Unit 9, Recording 1. We're talking this morning with Dr. Alyssa Chu, a leading researcher in the field of sleep studies. She's recently published a book on sleep and is here to talk with us about it and the role of sleep in our lives. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Chu.
Great to be here.
So let's start off by talking generally about the connection between sleep and well-being. Just how important is sleep? And
so well-being means healthy, right? What is the relationship between being healthy and sleep?
And how much do we really need?
So how much do we really need? Now we will first hear maybe the importance and later how much time we need to sleep.
Getting enough sleep is essential. It's just as important as eating well and watching your weight. Most adults should be getting roughly 8 hours of sleep a night. Teenagers and those in their early 20s often need 9 to 10 hours. It's interesting to note that teenagers tend to get sleepy later at night, so, of course, they want to wake up later the next day. Unfortunately, this kind of routine doesn't work well with most school schedules, and so you end up seeing a lot of sleepy kids in class.
So, teenagers have some problems if they sleep later at night. They are always sleepy in the class. So normally you will find this answer in the second listening, because now we are focusing on this one, but when you listen to the audio for the second time, you will try to write this one here. Teenagers want to wake up late, sleep in class, etc. So the answer, who, teenagers, and what happens, they want to wake up late. As a result, they are sleepy in class. Risks of sleep deprivation.
What are some of the risks of not getting enough sleep?
There are many. Studies have shown, for example, that people who don't get enough sleep are at risk for gaining weight, in part because a lack of sleep causes us to be hungrier. One study suggests that people who only get 4 hours of sleep a night have more than a 70% chance of gaining weight. Sleep deprivation also leads to changes in mood. Think about how cranky you are when you don't get enough rest. Studies have shown that something like 1 in 5 adults suffers from sleep deprivation. That's a lot of people in a bad mood. Imagine their behavior in the office, classroom, or on the road. We know, too, that unless we get enough REM sleep each day, we tend to be easily distracted and have a hard time staying mentally alert. The dangers of this are pretty obvious. Studies have shown that driving while sleepy, for example, causes over 100,000 accidents a year in the U.S. alone. We really do need those 7 to 8 hours a night. Otherwise, we can't respond as quickly as we need to.
So, she shared different types of research, different research results, and such studies show that people experience changes in their mood, and they are easily distracted, and they have accidents. They can't concentrate on the things easily, so can't respond quickly. So what happens? What is the role of sleep in memory and learning?
I've heard that sleep also plays an important part in learning and memory. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Recent studies suggest that one of sleep's most important functions is to boost brain power, specifically by reinforcing things we've learned and transferring that information to long-term memory.
So we hear like by reinforcing that the things we have learned. So here directly you can write reinforces.
Let me see if I can explain with an example. Its most important functions is to boost brain power, specifically by reinforcing things we've learned and transferring that information to long-term memory.
So you know we have long-term memory, short-term memory. So here, long-term memory. You know, it means in the real meaning, learning needs to be how can I explain? Long-term memory means you can save the information you have learned, knowledge there. So it is not easy to forget such information, but if it is saved in short-term memory, soon it will be deleted and it is not permanent. And here, things that disrupt our sleep.
Let me see if I can explain with an example. Think of your brain as an email inbox. You get lots of messages every day, right? Some of those messages are important, so you save them. Other email messages aren't really important to you, so you delete them, which makes room in your inbox. In many ways, this is the same kind of process that your brain is going through while you're asleep. Certain information is being saved, and other information is being forgotten. And this is why getting enough sleep is so important. When you're rested, you're not only able to remember what you learned yesterday, you're also able to take in and process new information you'll learn today. Provided that you sleep well and get the rest you need, you should be able to easily learn and recall relevant information.
Some people think that having a cup of strong coffee or an energy drink can help.
Sure they can, but not in the long term. Unfortunately, there's just no substitute for sleep. And in fact, relying on too much caffeine to keep you awake during the day can actually prevent you from falling asleep at night when you're trying to.
So in addition to caffeine, what other kinds of things cause people to lose sleep?
A lot of things can
Yeah, what are the other things? What are they?
disrupt our sleep. Noise or bright light, for example. Then there are bad habits, like watching TV or movies in bed. You definitely shouldn't do these things at night in your bedroom. Otherwise, you'll have difficulty falling asleep. Some people think that watching TV or a movie in bed will relax you, but actually, it has the opposite effect. It makes you more alert. All that said, one of the main causes of sleeplessness in most adults is worry. You know, having something on your mind before you go to sleep. It can cause people to have difficulty falling asleep, to have bad dreams, or to wake up several times at night.
Yeah. So, as you see, noise, bright lights, watching TV in bed are other causes of disrupting our sleep. So, disrupt means actually you have a sleep pattern. Your body wants it, but because by drinking coffee, you directly interrupt your body, your brain. You say, don't sleep. And this is disrupt your sleep. And actually the main cause is worry. And we already answered the first question, teenagers. And statistical information, 4 hours sleep, if people get such amount of sleep, unfortunately, irregular sleep patterns cause gaining weight. And 1 in 5 adults suffers from sleep deprivation. And 100,000 accidents, more than that, happens while drivers are sleeping. And the speaker compares the brain and sleep process to an email inbox, because it says our brain gets lots of messages and it chooses the important messages and they are saved. But some are not important, that's why they are deleted. So in this way, sleep and pattern, our brain have a relationship, okay? And it's like an email inbox. During your sleep, such things happen, okay? While you are sleeping. And where shouldn't you watch TV or movies in the evenings? Where? It's simple, in the bedroom or in bed. And watching TV or movies disrupt people so they cannot fall asleep. Yeah, thank you. Please try to listen to the audio again and check your answers.